she's pinning me against the wall, might as well start with the dangerous one, arm against the throat, like we did in the last class. Yeah, so we don't want to be in this scenario, right? This is not comfortable, okay? So one thing that will almost always work is if I take this elbow and push, right? Then she's not on my throat anymore, but she is still against me, not necessarily in a comfortable way. But what I can do instead is I can reverse this. If I take my hand, put it on the side of her head, I could cup the ear if I wanted to be nasty, turn it, bring her to the wall. And now, do you see what I'm doing with my hand here? This is an important piece because it ties her hand up so she can't use it against me, right? It would be very hard for her to strike me from here, okay? But I can strike her while I'm holding her in this. So I have knees. She had a knee there too, but mine was right there. I could feel it if she was going to move it. Okay? So if she went, she's not in a very good position to strike with that knee either. If she tried to, she'd probably fall.
No, I mean, my weight is all big.
Well, yeah, but I would just push it there. So some of this stuff happens almost naturally just from the amount of time I've been doing this. So there may be small details that I'm missing, like the fact that I noticed that knee was there and got her into that. You know, it's probably not going to be easy to get somebody off into that position where they're like this. But I did that, and I'd probably do it more often than not. So once again, she's going to push me. So I'm going to take my hand here, and I'm going to push. And see, that's where her knee is, and my knee is right there next to it, right? So if she tries to do anything with it, I'm already stopping it. And this hand is stopping her from using that one. And if I want to, I have a nice little thing right there on the side of her neck that might stop her from thinking too much. It's not going to stop her from breathing. I always forget which one is which, but I believe the left side is the carotid and the right is the jugular. Either way, here and here are the passageways for your blood to and from the brain. So if you stop one of them or the other, it affects the function of the brain. That's what the sleeper hold does. It knocks a person out, essentially. From one side of it, it's not going to do the same thing, but it might make her a little woozy and thinking weird. Okay. Now, we don't necessarily need to do all the things you just saw. What I'm concerned about is turn the head and against the wall. Because if you're pinned against the wall, that's the way to get out. Okay, that's the best way. You could strike your way out too. But depending on who's pinning you against the wall, they may not feel those strikes. Strike to the groin, you'd be surprised how adrenaline can stop the feeling of that kind of pain. And I know that from my own experience. If you come up and hit underneath, then it just swells up and you don't have to, it doesn't matter if they feel the pain. But that's hard to do from that scenario. That's because she's really close. So the best thing really is just push the person against the wall.